We are here, the FM21 beta is ended, and we are with Lynn Coleman in his first proper job. Proper job if you count. The league's playable. But yeah, he's in his first job as manager at Pacific FC. But first, let's go and introduce ourselves a bit more to him, shall we? Lynn Coleman was born in the city of New Westminster, and was a fan of soccer from a young age. However, it wasn't until the Vancouver Whitecaps were formed and his daughter started playing for the London Einstein that he decided to take a leap into the world of soccer. He studied for his first couple of badges and got a job as a coach for his daughter's side. Fast forward to 2015, and he and his family moved to the Ontario region of Canada to better accommodate for his disabled son's needs and school. It was here he got a job as an academy coach for Masters Football, who were a relatively new side to the League One Ontario. A few months later, and he got the job as head coach of them. And after the chairman wanted to promote from within, after the head coach left at the end of the season, it did considerably well, and eventually Oakville Blue Devils called, and he signed for them as head coach in the 2018 season. Fast forward a year, as Blue Devils side had won the league. It was here that the newly formed Canadian Premier League clubs took an interest in Coleman, and by the start of what would be a strange but hopefully memorable season, he was signed as head coach of Pacific FC. Welcome one and all to Zero to Hero. Right, that is Lynn Coleman's introduction done. Say hello, everybody. I'll let you have time to say hello. But yeah, Football Manager 2021. How I like to play Football Manager is roleplay as a completely made up manager who I make up and roleplay as. And it's just the way I like playing it. I've liked doing it ever since like FM 2014. My first save in FM 2014, which is my first proper FM game. I had FM 2009, but never played it much. But yeah, FM 2014, I played in Canada, and so the only way to start this would probably be the Canadian Premier League and a Canadian manager. So here we are. But before we get into the introductions, I'd just like to say, if you have enjoyed this little introduction, please give it a like and subscribe and click the mobile notifications and all that. It really does help the channel grow, and I just can't thank you enough. But yeah, hopefully this goes a lot better than the voice episode where I kind of lost all my mic voice and kind of had to record it again. So yeah, we've been welcoming as Pacific FC. We've beat over Pa Madoka. So in this alternative universe, Pa Madoka has a falling out with the chairman or something like that, and our guy becomes head coach. Last season we finished 5th. We played at the West Hill Stadium. We were founded in 2018. We've got a director of football who's been generated, who's not that bad. James Merriman, who for Canada ain't that bad, I would say. Predicted to finish 5th. Our best team is that formation with Diaz, Bustos, I know him from last year when I was playing in the Canadian Premier League. Verhoeven, Campbell, Hojapo, Alessandro Hojapo, Jamal Dixon, De Jong, Lucas McNaughton, Mwela Guerreri, I think, Verhoeven, and Callum Irving, who was with me, who I signed in my last time I played in Canada last year, and he was absolutely amazing, so I'm quite happy with that. We have a person joining, Manny Aparicio, who is joining us at the end of the season, and we've got a loan to Emil Gazdov, who's on loan at FC Nuremberg. He's only 16, so he's a guy to watch out for. We expect to reach the second phase of the Island Games. Canadian Premier League, it says mid-table, but if you didn't know, when they were going to start the season when the outbreak happened, the pandemic, and it could take on months to restart, but instead of starting the Canadian Premier League, they created something called the Island Games, which was just a few games against each other in a group stage, and the winners, I think, were the same people as last season. I think that was Forge, is it? I'm not sure, I forgot. We'll have to see. But yeah, we are meant to finish the second phase, and next year we're meant to finish playoffs. That's when my contract expires. And then we're working towards winning the Premier League, which I think we can do. But yeah, let's look at the squad, shall we? Just skip all that because it's a new manager going to tell you all these things. We've got Callum Irvine and Nolan Wright as our goalkeepers. They look pretty good ability-wise. I have just realised I've got my view on hidden, but I didn't see anything, so I'm quitting that. Excuse me, because I have, as you know, I've got the in-game editor open. I was just testing it before with a different game that I had it open, so I created a little view called My View Hidden, and yeah, so that's just my mistake. Thankfully I didn't see anything. I just noticed numbers and I was like, okay, I'm not looking at that. I just switch over. But you might have seen it, so don't go telling me in the comments. But yeah, we are using the in-game editor to do with certain scenarios, so to say. We've got Emil Gazdov as a backup goalkeeper. He looks pretty cool. We've got this guy as these three as the defenders. Him as right and left back. This guy who is leaving on a free transfer. I'm not sure I'm happy with that because he looks quite good and he's got good potential. Marcel de Jong, he's played a load of times for Canada. And Marco Bustos, who I had last season, and he was absolutely immense when I was playing as SC Edmonton. So here's to him being a good player. But yeah, I think we looked at the squad. Time for tactics. I think you might know what tactics I'm going for the same one as the Forest save, and which originally happened in the Man United game I had on off camera. But yeah, I'll see you in a bit for the tactic showing, and probably a bit further up for when the games start. See you in a bit. Right, we are back. It's been an entire day since I last touched the save, because I didn't have enough time to record the end bit while we play our first game and all that. And a few things have happened. I didn't actually know, but there was a transfer window happening. So I had my director of football doing all these transfers. I was like, oh, been it for next year, and then I realised it wasn't. So I ended up signing the player, which we'll get to later. But unfortunately, we've had injury to our best goalkeeper, Callum Irvine, who is injured for 3 to 6 weeks. It's just basically the entire of the Island Games. So it looks like we're just having Nolan Wraith as our main goalkeeper, and then this guy Neil Brown as a backup goalkeeper who's not even a real player, not even generated or anything. It's like just there to placeholder so you have a goalkeeper. We also got this guy injured and this guy injured, and as you can see we've got some transfers. I did say we'd go to tactics, didn't I? Of course we've got the Witcher tactic, as usual. And then we've got this, which is a custom virtual tiki-taka, same way as this. It's just so we can have the wide men. We've got a DM as well. And yeah, I think that will be a good backup tactic. Or if the Witcher tactic doesn't, do any good. So, let's look at transfers. So, we have signed 4 players. First one is Ricky Lopez Espin, who's the director of football brought in from Fort Lauderdale, which is actually to Miami. I then signed this guy. I needed a backup striker because a couple were injured, as you could have seen, hopefully. And I got this guy, Ajin Felkovsky, who is a 38-year-old Ukrainian. And the only way I could have got him was on a 2-year contract. So he's going to be possibly 40 years old for when he leaves us, which isn't good. It really isn't. But then on transfer deadline day, my director of football, of course, went in and signed a backup striker. So I didn't need the goal. I kind of rushed to sign Falkowski. And then on deadline day, my director of football signed Jonathan Capacho, who is Colombian. He's not played many games, only played one game in his career. He's 22, and he'll be my backup striker. So Falkowski is going to be upset, but he is written as an impact sub, so he shouldn't be that upset. And then also on deadline day, we signed Ryan Surakowski from Real Salt Lake, or Real Monarchs, more like, who is a right winger, just in case we play this tactic. Other than that, I think we are ready to go. So we're starting against the game against HFX, Halifax Wanderers, I think it is, HFX Wanderers. We've got Nolan Verth in goal, Kadeen Chung, Meloe Gugweri, and Matt Norton and Marcel de Jong as my defenders. Baldissimo as my DM, Noah Vertuvian, or Vertuvine, I don't know. Jamal Dixon as my midfielders, Marco Bustos as my attacking midfielder, and Lopez Espin and Terran Campbell as my strikers. We've got Capacho, Sokowski, Falkowski, just because you could play MC, Sean Young, Jordan Hames, Samaki, and the greyed out player. Let's see how this goes then, shall we? Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes really well. I really don't know. No, some of what you can do. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith. And no one reacted. Yeah, it's a special day. Kellam's hard to replace, and that's putting it lightly. Yeah, he's the best goalkeeper. And I'm just going to have to change these to what I look to have them in. I like to have it like that. And let's start off immediately with some encouragement, which everyone loves. Let's see how we go. Come on, demand more. Okay, people are happy with that. Yep, I do know that. I know how to work it. So let's see, we go straight to De Jong from the goal kick. Baldassimio, Campbell, Lopez Espin, and he scores to make it 1-0. Hooray! Also, why the fans are. I remember watching the highlights of the Canadian Premier League and there was literally no fans. It was all behind closed doors. But yeah, there had been fans in. It's all in a neutral stadium, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah, that takes us top of the table with 1 goal ahead against HFX Wanderers. And it's half time. I'm pleased with how things are going. I really am. And let us do some more encouragement. How can you be frustrated with that? Normally always works. Let's get to about 68th minute unless we concede here, which I hope we don't. Ooh, that was a close tackle. And Garcia was wide open, but we make a good save with the goalkeeper. I should really try. Let me just change something. I know there's. Can I pause it? Hello. I know there's. I've been seeing a way of doing something. I'm not. It is short all player names during match. If I just confirm that, I'm gonna have to just wait until it loads a new skin. But I think this is a better way of doing it because then I know which players are which, so I don't have to go clicking on them halfway through because I don't see the names Yeah, I think that'll be better. It's taken a while, probably because I'm using the skin that is, I forgot what it's called. We'll have to figure out what it's called later. Header away by Verhoeven. Now Dixon, who doesn't even bother bullying. I'm going to make my first sub. I'm going to take Bespel Decimio off because he's complacent. I'm also going to take newest. No. We've got anyone? Yeah, we've got Jordan Haynes for Chung. So I'm taking Chung off. And let's hope we can continue with the way we're playing and keep the goal ahead. I'm now going to take Marco Bustos, play the 38-year-old striker as an AMC. Oh God, why did I sign him? I didn't expect the director of football to sign this other guy. I really didn't. Well, that's it. First game of the season, first win. A good job. A good win, all boys. Well done. Winning your first competitive match. It was a great match. Everything went according to plan. Smile warmly. I thought you contributed enormously. But that's it. Second in the table. First game played. First four, is it? First 4 out of the 8 get into the second phase. So we're already on way to getting qualifying. I think let's just see this is leagues. Yeah, this is the leagues I've loaded. So I've got Australia, Canada, of course, China, England, Hong Kong, Scotland, Mexico, Malaysia, Indonesia, India, Singapore, South Korea, and United States. I've got United States because I want to, the guy's a fan of the Vancouver Whitecaps who wants to manage. Lynn Coleman's a fan of the Vancouver Whitecaps, so he wants to manage in the US with them. He's also a fan of Newcastle, so he wants to manage in England. So the reason those are there. Mexico because it's all close to Canada. And then all Scotland because it might be a good second step on the way to being a manager if we do well with Pacific, or not so well as normal. I don't know if we can get like League One, League Championship side. All the Asian teams are there, Asian nations are there because I wouldn't mind managing in Asia. Last year I had a save where I did a journeyman where I was managing in Malaysia and I really enjoyed it. So I won't mind if it doesn't go well with Lynn Coleman in Pacific that he might end up managing in Malaysia. I'm not sure. Preferences, that's what I wanted. Overview. I'm using the dark Polish skin F21. It probably needs an update. I think, and it probably needs an update because if I click here, like you can't scroll down and everything, so it's a bit messed up. But yeah, hey, that's that. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm Hex, signing out. Bye everybody.